And take a look at this. This is the bottled water shelving wiped clean at the Safeway in Kailua tonight. And it's not only there, many stores totally out of supplies along with water, generators, toilet paper, other paper goods, flashlights, candles, all of it flying off the shelves today.
It's going to be close, but, hope for the best and like maybe sure everybody's ready and, if it doesn't hit us, it's good.
This is like the closest it's kind of been, so I kind of worried, but at the same time, just, as long as we're prepared, that's all we can, hope for the best.
And again, we want to keep reminding people that they need to have an emergency kit with at least 14 days worth of supplies, including water, non-perishable foods. Then you want to have that radio, a flashlight, batteries, first aid kit, medications. Meanwhile, Young Brothers has canceled all sailings for the remainder of the week. That means no cargo coming in or out, which is why they talk about have a 14-day supply on hand.
The latest hurricane track, the forecast track from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center, I'll show you here in a moment, but it's still a very strong storm. It weakened ever so slightly. It now has winds of 155 instead of 160, but it's still a dangerously strong storm. Category 4 now, but you can see the track does keep it to the west and to the south of the islands, but not by much. Kevin Kodama joins us from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center, a forecaster there with the National Weather Service. Kevin, thanks for joining us. I mean, even though the storm's center is staying to our west and our south, we still got some serious problems to face over the next couple of days.
That's right, and especially with a system that's passing just to the south, keep in mind that effects from the hurricane can extend well outside of where the center is, and especially to the north and the east of the system. And so that's the worst possible place in terms of heavy rainfall, and especially in terms of surf, and then of course the winds that are expected from the system.
Yeah, that northeast quadrant, as that storm starts to come north, that's where the winds will be strongest. Explain to us why the winds are strongest in that part of the storm.
Well, the system is, moving along toward the west-northwest, and you have to add not only the strength of the winds from the storm itself, but also the movement. And so when you're looking at the east side of the system, you're adding the winds of the system plus the motion.
Now, you're starting to get some of that storm, its outer bands, into radar range, and you're getting some idea of rainfall rates. Tell us what you're seeing.
Right now, it's not too bad, in terms of the rainfall rates from these outer bands, about 1 or 2 inches per hour. But as you know, as these bands move on shore and hit the mountainous terrain, these rain cells, these showers can blow up quite a bit and quickly turn into 3 to 4 inch per hour rates or more.
Now, 1 to 2 inches, that's an hour. That's pretty heavy rain, but you're talking in the context of a hurricane type of shower activity. I mean, this could really come down hard.
Yes, and especially as if the core gets close or any one of these bands line up just right and train right into the terrain, you're talking about prolonged periods of very intense rain. So that's why our forecast calls for 10 to 15 inches widespread with isolated amounts more than 20 inches. I mean, that's really serious amounts of rainfall for even for here.
Kevin Kodama, thank you so much for your expertise with us from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center. The rain, just one of the issues that we're going to face. It's also big waves and probably some pretty strong winds depending upon the track of that storm. We're watching it for you here at your severe weather station.